Hello Year 3s and welcome to your Science Flipped Classroom for today. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you our knowledge organizer that we will be using this term. Now these have already been stuck into your books, but I thought it would be worthwhile going through them with you so that we could discuss what we're going to be learning this term. So, sorry, I'm just having a bit of trouble here trying to share it with you. Right, there it is. As you can see, we are looking at animals, including humans, this term. So this term, we need to be able to identify that animals, including humans, need the right types and amount of nutrition and that they cannot make their own food. They get nutrition from what they eat. So then we move on to look at the difference between human and animal diets. Living things need food to grow and to be strong and to be healthy. Plants can make their own food, but animals cannot. And to stay healthy, humans need exercise. They need to exercise, they need to eat a healthy diet, and they need to be hygienic, which means clean. Animals, including humans, need food, water, and air to stay alive. Now, we've already gone through an animal's diet and how it differs from a human's. And we have spoken about carnivores, which were animals that only eat meat, herbivores, which are animals that only eat plants, and omnivores, which are animals that eat both plants and animals. So, the vocabulary words that you will need to know are down the side here, and they are as follows. So an amphibian, so say that with me, amphibian, and an amphibian is a cold-blooded animal like a frog. Reptiles, and reptiles are vertebrate animals that have scaly skin and lay eggs. Birds are warm-blooded, egg-laying vertebrates that can typically fly. Mammals. Now, mammals are warm-blooded animals with fur or hair on its skin and a skeleton inside its body. So humans are an example of this, as well as other mammals like an elephant is a mammal. It's got fur. Oh, it's got hair on its skin, to be fair, and it's got a skeleton. That's something like a tiger. Will also have fur and a skeleton. Arthropods are invertebrates, so they don't have a backbone. That's what the word invertebrate means, and we will go over that word. And these are like insects, arthropods. Fish. And a fish is a cold-blooded vertebrate with gills on the sides of usually on the sides of their necks, and fins that live in water. Now, as I've been reading these vocabulary words, you would have come across these two words, a vertebrate and an invertebrate. So say it with me, vertebrate, invertebrate. So a vertebrate has a backbone. So like we have backbones down the back of our spines. And animals that don't have backbones are called invertebrates. Now, a vegetarian is a person who doesn't eat meat or fish. So that is a vegetarian. And a pescatarian is a person who doesn't eat meat, but they do eat fish. So say that with me, pescatarian. We then move on to the 5 main food groups that we look at as people, and that's fats, carbohydrates, proteins, fiber, milk and dairy, And then the last group is vegetables and fruits. So vegetables and fruits. Vegetables and fruits. Now, nutrition looks at the nutrients found in food, and they're used so that our bodies can grow and stay healthy. A calorie is a unit of energy from the food, so how much energy we have in that food, and sugars are fats and sugar that, and they provide energy. So going back to what we've been looking at, we spoke briefly at the beginning of this, looking at what living things need to survive. So in order to survive, animals need air, water, food, and shelter. So protection, and that shelter will protect them from predators and from the environment, so types of weathers and things. And plants need air, water, nutrients, and light, because obviously plants make their own food, whereas animals need to get food from somewhere. And we are looking also at a balanced diet. So the human body needs a balanced diet to work properly. Good health involves drinking enough water and eating the right amounts of different food groups. And I have just read through some of those in the vocabulary words, and I didn't quite explain them because we'll be explaining them now. So the first food group that we look at is carbohydrates, and these give us energy. And these, you can find carbohydrates in foods like bread, potatoes, and pasta. Proteins help our bodies to repair themselves, and they are usually found in foods like fish and meat. And for those people that don't eat meat, they can find protein in beans, in nuts, in seeds, in eggs, and in cheese. Fats would help store energy for our bodies, and they are found in foods like butter, cheese, nuts, and fried food. And then fiber is important for helping us digest our food, and it is found in fruits and vegetables. So our 5 food groups there, our 5 main food groups are fats and sugar, carbohydrates, proteins, milk and dairy, and then vegetables and fruits. And then lastly, nutritional value. Good nutrition means your body gets all the nutrients, the vitamins, and the minerals it needs to work its best. Nutritional value is the measure of a well-balanced ratio of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, and vitamins in foods. And then if we look at an animal keeper as a scientist, animal keepers use a lot of science in their job. For example, they use information from scientists, including vets, on health or disease and nutrition. They also are likely to use information from scientists who study animal behavior to decide what the animals need by looking at their behavior. Lastly, just a short thing, cultural and diet. Culture can often influence different diets that include certain foods and traditions of preparation. In some cases, culture can lead to restrictions such as exclusion of meat and milk from their diet. So my question to you today, and I want you to tell me next time you see me, what is different about your culture and the foods that you eat? Do you have something special about your culture and diet? Is there a special food that you eat? Is there maybe something you don't eat? Share with me what your culture says about diet and how maybe your diet is a little bit different from everybody else's.